the Sassy Kitchenista. Hey, Sierra.
Hi, Mom.
I thought today we just needed a little self-uplifting. So I thought we'd just take a few minutes and just hang out with each other and bake something, and hopefully you all can feel a little uplifted when you spend some time with Sierra and I today. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So we are going to make a really quick high tea today. We're going to make our recipe today is going to be maple oatmeal scones. I don't know how many of you are scone lovers, but I certainly am. And a scone is kind of a cross between a biscuit and a cookie. It has some sweetness to it, but it's not as moist as a cake. It's made to have butter or clotted cream or jam added to it to just increase the flavor and texture of the ingredient. So we're going to just go ahead and get started. So if you want to follow along with the recipe, that's great. And if not, you can just kind of listen to us, and Sierra is going to pull this all together, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
So we're going to switch.
All right.
I'm not seeing any other people's info.
That's what everybody's
Are they coming up?
No, it's like this.
Uh-oh.
1 second.
So Matt and Sierra are working out our technical difficulties so we can see who is with us today. And in the meantime, I'm getting excited because next Sunday is my birthday. And I'm really looking forward
Don't
to
forget to end.
turning that extra year and getting all excited for a new start and a new year, although I'm being switched up and down, back and forth, hanging out.
It has to be this way now. Unless you want to stop it and start over.
No, that's fine.
No, no, you can
I'll
put
hold
it
it.
on there and turn it around.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to let Sierra come on and take full advantage of making this recipe.
All right. So first, to make the scones, you have to preheat your oven at 400 degrees, which my lovely assistant has already done. Next, you're going to get into an electric mixer with a paddle attachment.
That's a path.
This is a paddle attachment for those of you who don't know. And you're going to combine the flour,
3.5 cups of
3.5
all-purpose
cups of
flour.
all-purpose flour.
And it goes. Don't be scared of the flour. Just dump it all in there. Boop, 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 boop. All right, flour in. And the next thing we're going to do, instead of using whole wheat flour, what I did is I took the oatmeal that we're using and I ground it down so we can have an oat flour. And so this is a cup of oat flour. That's the oven, getting 150. Perfect.
And then you're also going to add 1 cup of oats.
And make sure that this direction asks for quick cooking oats, which is what we're adding in. And quick cooking oats are actually whole oats that have been cut down, so they just cook quicker in the pan. I'm a fan of whole oats, but I'm going to go with Ina and her recipe for this, and let's see how it turns out.
So next you're going to add baking powder. How much baking powder?
Right there, it says on the recipe.
You're going to add 2 tablespoons of baking powder.
Woohoo!
Then you're also going to add 2 tablespoons. This is not sugar. 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And then you're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt.
Okay.
Oh, blend and then wait.
That's
butter
correct. No, blend that. So first, put it up. There you go. And just start slow. You just mixing it up. 1.
Nervous.
Woo! Oh! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Woo! Sierra!
The butter has to go in.
Okay, so now that this is all mixed, we're going to blend the cold butter. So I've already cut up the butter into small pieces so that all Sierra has to do is dump it in without getting the foil. Don't be afraid of the butter. Don't fear the butter. Don't fear the butter. There you go. Woo! Come on, be brave. Be brave. Yes.
We have
yes.
an Antonio Cristophalis.
Hey, Antonio. Hovering over there in Texas.
Tadacia
Okay.
Hi, Tadacia.
and Rosetta.
Hey, Rosetta. Soror. Hey, Soror. Can you see that, Sierra? Yeah.
Look like a little ball.
Tadacia says, "Hi, Mama Tam. I need some positivity on my timeline."
Yes, you do, girl, because it is a hell of a, it's been a hell of a week. But we got this, because we are a strong people, and we can get through anything.
So next for the scone mixture, you're going to want to add the buttermilk, which you're going to add 1.5 cup of cold buttermilk.
Gently. Be careful, you don't want to get caught on the paddle. And then use your rubber spatula to get the rest out.
Rosetta says, "Hey."
Hey, girl. Rosetta, are you in NorCal or SoCal?
Shout out to Chip. Chip is watching.
Hey, Chip.
1/2 cup of pure maple syrup.
Oh, girl, go ahead now. Woo-hoo, it's like you're in the club. Get down, Sierra.
And then you're also going to add 4 extra large eggs, lightly beaten.
All right. No, they are not. You know, all that college education. So you're going to pour your eggs into the bowl.
Chip said, "Hey, I want some."
Come on and get some. Is this our Chip Howard?
Yes.
Come on over, girl. Come
And
on.
and Rosetta is in SoCal.
Oh, fabulous. There you go. Rosetta, I'm going to be in SoCal in a couple of weeks, and I need to see you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw your eggs in gently. All right, go, Sierra. Go, girl. Go, girl.
And then
And the dough's going to be a little sticky. All right, so first you're going to stop your dough. Okay. And then you're going to roll your dough. So this is what
it's
we
not
do.
mixed yet. The egg is still down there.
All right, let's get the rest of the eggs. Since I've been doing this for a minute, I'm going to do this. Some people are, yes,
Oh, is this going to be the well-floured surface?
yes. Some people are afraid of over mixing their dough, and you do need to be careful of that. But if you're just going to throw it on high to get everything incorporated for a couple of seconds, you're usually going to be all right.
Rosetta says, "Yay, just call me. I'll be around."
I got you, girl.
I feel like that's how she meant to say it.
So next what you want to do is dump the dough onto a well-floured surface.
All right, so what I'm going to do is
And
first
flour your hands.
flour your hands. I'm
And
gonna
a
bring-
rolling pin.
I got a rolling pin. And when I'm not using this rolling pin to beat on my children, I do use it for pastries.
Should I
So
have to
I'm
flour
gonna-
the rolling pin?
You don't have to flour the rolling pin. You can flour your hands, so
Flour your hands and a rolling pin.
go, by all means, follow the directions. You're doing great, Sierra. I'm going to
Thank
come
you.
behind you and throw this in the sink. And since this is a sticky dough, I like to pull it all out in one shot. And so when she says that it's sticky, think of this as Play-Doh, like warm Play-Doh. That's just, it's thick, and it's really a thick dough, and it's supposed to be because it is a scone dough, so you're looking more for the consistency of a biscuit than you are a cake batter.
We have a Carla Pratt.
Hey, Carla!
Hi, Miss Carla.
Dean Pratt. Dean Pratt.
Well, Dean Pratt says, "It's been too long since I had your cooking. I still remember the chicken and dumplings you made for me after I had surgery. Best ever."
Oh, I live to serve, sister. All right, and in you go. And congratulations, Carla, on that beautiful boy of yours graduating from Penn State. And I want to share with everybody where he's working, but I forgot the big dog company. I can't remember right now if it's Google or Microsoft. And I think it's Microsoft. So correct me on the chat when you get a quick minute. Okay, so first you're going to sprinkle a little flour on the top. And then start rolling. Just gently from the middle out. Don't be afraid of it. Yo. Middle out. Middle out. Then come back to the middle and roll it in. And then what you can do, and right now we're rolling on parchment. Press. I've never actually seen anyone be so dainty with a rolling pin, but okay.
Sheesh.
You go, girl. And so it's getting sticky, so a little bit more flour.
You want to roll into about 1 inch thick.
All right. And then use your.
How you rolling like that?
All right.
Pouch like this?
So
Yes.
wait, yes, but always roll
Let the master hop in.
so you don't over roll it. You press in the center press in the center, and roll it out. Just so you, this is my daughter. And then this is actually a little thinner than an inch, but we're gonna rock and roll with it. All right? So what we're gonna do next?
Next, you're gonna brush the tops with egg wash. No, wait. Cut into 3-inch rounds, a plain or fluted cutter. Fluted?
Yes, we don't have a fluted cutter.
We have a Sheila Parham.
Hey, Sheila. So what we're going to use?
So 3-inch rounds. So you can use a cup.
I don't have a round. Anything that can make a shape, and you just make a shape. All right.
Yes.
Can you do that?
Can you pick them up when I'm done?
Just make the shapes first. La 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 la. And I think we may actually double up on this, Sierra, because they're a little thin, and we want.
Sheila said, "Hi, pumpkins."
Hey, girl. We want some height to them if we could. You're doing pretty good, Sierra.
Thank you.
Oh. You keep this up, you're gonna get a man in no time.
I know. Can't wait.
Woohoo! All right.
Just gonna act like that was
because
said.
and you don't have to make a particular shape for a scone. You just want something that has some weight to it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, let's take these and make them a little thicker,
Okay.
and then put them
Got
right
'em.
on. So take two and make them into one, CC. Don't be afraid. This is a messy kind of job, but it's kind of fun to do. And then press it down a little bit, but I'll show you how to do that in a sec. Because
Over
we're
this
going to
way.
cook all of this. And it really doesn't matter what size shape your scone is in. Traditionally, they are in a rectangle or a triangle shape, but you just want a good scone. Doesn't matter, what shape it is. Fabulous. And also with scones, they are not meant to cook like biscuits and be close together. They're meant to cook separately so they get a crisp all the way around. And if you can pop 3 more on, Sierra, we'll go ahead and throw those in the oven, and then we'll put that dough aside and do something with it a little later. You're doing pretty good.
Thank you.
I take back everything I said about millennials. One more. Just grab some extra. There you go. A little bit more. Okay, and then wash your hands off pretty quick. Excellent. And so we're going to just put this extra dough on the side, and later I'll probably make a couple more scones, but right now we just need to get it out of the way. So into the refrigerator it goes. Sierra, you're holding us up. Wash your hands there.
Oh, what's that?
Get them in the oven.
No, brushing them with egg.
But we're not going to use egg whites.
Jessica Garrett says, "Hi, guys."
Hey, Jess.
Bye.
All right, what we're going to do, I prefer a different kind of coating for my scone. So we're going to actually use cream. So I just pulled out some heavy whipping cream. Thank you. And all you're going to do is dot the top like that. There you go.
Try to flatten them out, or they're good.
You can flatten them or you can leave them. Either way. Either way. And while you're doing that, I'm going to just clean off our workspace. Get ready for number 2.
And why do you prefer this over the egg white?
You can use egg whites, you can use egg yolks. I mean, I think different cooks have different...
What are
You just look afraid. You look like you're afraid of the cream. Like what? Like whoa.
I don't want to overdo
I
it.
gotta be gentle because the cream might attack me. But trust me, it's all right. I've killed it already. I've killed it. Mush, mush.
What's enough?
I don't know. Does it look like it's enough?
I don't know. Is it meant for flavor or is it meant for...
Both.
All right.
I think it's enough. All right. So now you're gonna throw them in the oven.
Jessica Garrett asks, "When making scones, when can you add in fruit or chocolate chips if you want?"
Oh, Jessica, I'm all with you with the chocolate chips. So as soon as you add in your butter, you can add in any extras. Because scones can be anything. Pumpkin scones, chocolate chip scones, cinnamon raisin scones. The most traditional scone is the English cream scone, which is a simple.
Water
You know,
break.
this is the problem with folks. You give them a job, and all they want to do is take a goddamn break. Get your ass over here. She just rolled out of the kitchen like, I'm gonna break that. That's some black people. I'm gonna break. I am on break. You're not on break.
Can you answer Jessica's question, please? I'm sorry, Jessica.
Jessica, you can add them anytime you want. All right, so we have our scones in. A traditional English tea usually has some sort of sweet cake, usually a scone, and an assortment of finger sandwiches. So we're going to make two really quick finger sandwiches for you today. One is going to be a quick egg salad, and the other is going to be a quick chicken salad. So we're going to start with the egg. We're going to go under here, and we're going to grab a bowl. Actually, we'll grab two bowls, right? And I'm going to show you the quick, easy, breezy way to make an egg salad. First, we need some hard-boiled eggs. I did not put the recipes on because this is more of a make-it-by-sight thing. Now, I do not like funky little chopped-up egg salad where the hunks are like, you know, the size of a golf ball. It creeps me out. So I found another way to make egg salad that gives me a... Can you fix your nose ring, please? I don't recommend you do this typically when you're cooking, but what the hell? What I use...
We got a Jason Lewis watching.
Jason! I'm getting an appointment! Jason is my tattoo artist. Oh, I can't. Hold on. I gotta pull out and show you what Jason does, in case you're interested. This is what Jason does. He makes you look fabulous and wonderful all the time.
Jason says, I miss you.
I miss you too. I'm coming to town in 3 weeks, and I am going to see you.
What side of grater do you use?
I use the big side, right?
Okay.
So all you're gonna do is take 2 eggs
At a
and
time?
run. No, 2 eggs total.
Jesus. I'm a beginner.
Anyway, Jason is a tattoo artist and a medical tattoo artist, and his shop is called the Blue Collar Tattoo Shop in Costa Mesa, California. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I send as many people there as I can get. All right, so Sierra's just grated up the eggs, and if you can look inside, finish grating, you're good. Watch your fingers. Always watch your fingers when you're grating, because nothing tastes worse than, you know, human skin inside your egg salad.
Welcome to the show, Luciano Fantini.
Hey, Luke! All right, can you get these little pieces?
They're too...
No, you just roll them down. All right, I told you I can't work with the humps. All right, Luke, I need a theme song. My nephew Luke just graduated from high school, and he's starting Temple University in the fall, and I could not be prouder of him.
Sheila Parham says, I want to go with you to get inked.
Come on, Sheila. All right, so now that we have just our grated up eggs, what is this big piece?
I was going to eat...
No. Now, typically, everybody I know has a different recipe for egg salad. And if you do, that's fine. I don't care about your recipe. This is my recipe. So the best way I have found to add flavor to something is to use a dressing. So instead of saying, oh, how much mustard or relish or salt and pepper, grab a really cool salad dressing and throw a little in. Not a lot. You should not have salad dressing with your egg or whatever other protein. You should have your protein with a little bit of dressing. Ooh. All right, so now, Sierra, you need to give it a taste.
Small taste.
What do you think? Does it need a little more? Does it need a little salt
Some
and
salt.
pepper? All right, a little salt.
And some pepper.
So you grab your trusty dusty bougie electric salt and pepper shakers. I highly recommend them if you're just lazy.
Brickerstone.
And a little pepper.
We have a cat watching as well.
Which cat?
Which cat?
And Paul.
Hey, cat!
Matthew?
NorCal. Give it a stir. How's that looking?
Looks good.
And if you could tilt it, Matt could get a better shot of it. All right, so now that we have
Girl's got the giggles.
We're gonna go ahead and make a quick chicken salad. All right. This is gonna be easy breezy. Although Sierra will make it. Oh, I saw the face already. I saw the face.
These are cage-free, wild-raised chickens.
Bought at Costco. So it's just a really quick Costco rotisserie chicken. So, and it's just right now. This is just a chicken breast. You just need one, either one. Take the skin off. That's that brown stuff on. Now you know that's this. you know this is what she's like. I can't even take the skin off the chicken.
Sheila says, Sierra, you are silly today.
Oh my gosh. Now all I want you to do, Sierra. All right. Now I'm going to demonstrate.
Okay.
I just want you to tilt your fingers in. Cut down. Oh, there's a piece of bone in there somewhere. I feel like I just felt it. There it is. Take the bone out. Take this little piece off. Take the skin off. All right, just take the skin off. It's not going. There you go. Now
What
the
if you
skin
like
is
the
off.
skin? Can you keep it?
You can. I know people who make the chicken salad with skin. I'm just going to open up the breast just because it's easier to cut. If there are any pieces I just don't want in there, I can get a look. The tender of the chicken breast, which is this piece right here, typically has this extra piece of skin, and you just want to get rid of it because if you get it in your salad, it just makes it chewy. And now all you're going to do is cut up the chicken.
Okay.
All right, just cut up the chicken.
Sheila says, thanks for the birthday sweet treats.
You're very welcome, my
Turn your
fellow
fingers
Gemini.
back.
Now, for those of you that are not scared of the knife, like Sierra is, just go and chop. You can make it whatever size you typically want it, but because it's going on a sandwich, you want the chicken to be relatively small in size, but you don't want it tuna fish small in size.
Jessica Garrett says, you got this, Sierra.
Thanks, Jessica.
Everybody sees you scared.
You are scared, and then you putting the muscle into it, like die, chicken. All right, oh, go girl. Yes, own that chicken. Be that chicken.
Don't look away from your fingers.
Nothing to do shit.
You're doing all right. I'm just kind of moving around, trying to do.
Smaller?
I don't know. What do you
I
think?
think it looks good.
All right, put it in the bowl. Do you need some help putting in the bowl? Or are you good? Put it in the bowl.
I'm fine.
Okay, you just.
I just
Just
wasn't
trying
sure
to
how
help us- I'm
I
trying to
wanted
help
to do
the
it
sister
at
out.
first.
And you just never know. So with this, we are going to go a little more traditional and a little salt, a little pepper, a little mayonnaise, and a little fresh rosemary.
How much mayonnaise?
So you always start small.
Give it extra spoon.
I always have an extra spoon for you, Sierra.
Thank you.
Here's your spoon. So before you put the mayonnaise in, you want to make sure the mayonnaise is open. Is it? I guess it is. Squeeze up. Nothing's coming out.
Stop squeezing it.
This is what
It
happens
has
when
to be open. That's just
the fact that we both lean down at the same time, like, ooh, it's magic.
all right. Okay, work on something else while I get this.
We can't work on anything else.
Oh, okay. What else goes in?
All
You
right,
said
so
rosemary.
we need a little salt and pepper. Well, right now Matt is helping us figure out how to open this. So just a little pepper, a little salt. Oh. I guess.
All right.
Damn
Open it up.
You know what we meant. Kind of, sort of.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh, it's a twist off cat.
So we've added a little. We've added a little salt, a little pepper, and squeeze a little bit more. And so that's about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Let's see what we got. You know, to me, the mistake lots of people always make is that they just throw in stuff without taking time to put in a little bit, see how it looks, a little bit more, see how it looks. And then you end up, what do you think? Looks a little dry? Okay.
Sheila likes the cooking toys,
Oh, I have lots of cooking
meaning the
tools.
bougie.
They are a little bougie, but it's all good. And then I'm just going to throw in just a couple of sprigs of rosemary. You can chop it up if you are so inclined. but I'm not inclined. So I'm just gonna, it's okay to just take your fresh herbs and break them up. All right, give it a stir. And then, does it look too dry? Taste it and see. It looks a little dry. You might want to add a little more, but maybe not. You all right?
It's a little dry.
It's a little dry. Okay.
Are you putting anything else on the sandwich? Besides the bread?
Nope.
It's a tea sandwiches.
So finger sandwiches typically don't have a lot of things. So you won't find lettuce and tomato on finger sandwiches, onions, things like that. The idea is to just have a little taste of something that holds you over between lunch and dinner. How's that? What are you looking
I was thinking how much time was between lunch and dinner.
for?
That's good.
All right. So the other traditional English cheese sandwich is a cucumber sandwich. Right? So first I want to clean off the chicken. Oh, I'm cleaning off the chicken with the chicken bones, damn it. Yeah.
Slam on my fingers.
All you here, just cut thin slices. A little thinner than that. A little thinner than that. All right, try not to eat your slices before you make your sandwich. There you go. Watch your fingers.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
I'll have to let the master do it.
Woo-hoo. Is that it? So 4 cucumbers, all right? That's all we got? That's what we're going to work with. Well, if you just let the knife do the guiding, right? You just kind of push. I have a mandolin, but I cut my finger off it because I wasn't paying attention. So, all right, so we got everything we need for our sandwich.
We got a Jessica Cabrera saying,
Jess.
"Hello, sorry I'm late. Looks good, I'm hungry."
Hello, Jess. Hello, Adrian.
Welcome Stacy Thomas and
Hey, I'm Stacy.
Crystal West.
Hey, Crystal! Stacy, I'm sorry I'm not making barbecued pizza, but it's on my rotation, so roll with the sister. All
Now
right.
today we're going to be using
So we're using
thin sliced grain bread.
So we're
But
using.
if you don't like that, you can always use the sturdy potato bread.
We could, but you want some variety in your bread as well as your filling. So we're using this 15 grain bread, and then we're also going to be using a cinnamon swirl bread, right? So I need to open them up. Whoosh, and pull out some slices. So now, Sierra, it's up to you to determine on what bread is what going.
Jessica Cabrera says, Adrian says, "Hi, Felicia."
I swear to God.
The egg could go on the grain.
The egg can go on the grain.
The chicken for sure on the raisin.
Okay, and the cucumber.
What's going with the cucumber on the sandwich?
Just a little bit of butter.
It's a cucumber sandwich.
It is a cucumber sandwich.
I don't know. What do you think?
What do you think?
Go with the raisin.
The raisin.
Okay. And in fact, since we have some in the refrigerator, we'll go ahead and use this. So Sierra's favorite bagel shop makes a
Yes, that's
salmon cream cheese.
They
And
make
we're gonna
the best salmon cream cheese. I could eat this out of the container every day.
There's nothing to be proud of.
The best.
Thanks for
Is
sharing.
this my salmon cream cheese we're using for
Well, it
the
is
video?
your salmon cream cheese. So, sorry. Indeed, it is. So the first sandwich we're going to make is the cucumber sandwich, and we're going to use the raisin for that, or the
Cucumber is going to be raisin.
All right. So all we're going to do is take a little bit of the cream cheese, and you want to make this thin. You're not making this like a hero sandwich. You just want to put a nice thin layer of your cream cheese on, and then layer your cucumbers.
Crystal says, "Sierra, I need to see you. I need updates and details. FaceTime me."
Oh yes, Crystal, I will. You have to remind me. Quarantine, my brain is like.
Okay, you want to stop there. Now you're going to put a little cream cheese on the other side of the bread.
We have a Jill Halvax.
Hi, Jill. How's Irvine?
Terrible.
I'm jealous of Jill because she is clearly enjoying retirement, and I still cannot see the mountaintop. Wow, Sierra, you are really good at putting on cream cheese.
I know my cream cheese.
I am so proud of you. All right.
Put the rest of these on? Or?
Nope. This is it. Now make your sandwich. Okay. Now the thing that most tea sandwiches have in common is that they do not have crust.
Jill says, all good, miss you.
I'll miss you too, Pumpkin. Hope you're keeping safe out there in SoCal. All right. So once you cut off the crust, now you can decide, do you want a...
Stacy's hitting you with the funnies. How many damn cucumbers you gonna put on that bread?
You know what? Sometimes you need cucumbers. Do you want a rectangle sandwich or a triangle sandwich?
Rectangle.
All right, so because I'm surrounded with rectangle people, we're gonna make a little rectangle sandwich. And I don't have a high tea multiple plates, so I'm going to put them right here in front of Matt so that you all can get a better view of it. And we're going to move on to what? The egg salad. So, put that spoon back. All right, so Sierra's going to go ahead and make the egg salad sandwich. She's going to scoop in the egg, spread it out nice and thin, a little thinner than that. Press it into the sandwich. Don't be afraid. All right, now put your other bread on top. Press and cut the edges, right? Cut the ends off. I don't know where the habit of cutting the edges off of bread occurred, but it is kind of cool. Watch your fingers.
How you manage to not cut your fingers off?
Please don't cut your fingers off. All right, and are these going to be rectangles or triangles?
Triangles.
All right.
Like this?
Yep. That's how you make a triangle. Yes, yes. Woo.
And then again,
now you
or
can
no?
do it again if you want, and just make it nice little tiny ones. Very nice. And then you put them up on the plate in some form or fashion. Woohoo! Okay, chicken salad. All right, typically, folks, we don't clean off our cutting board with bread, but it's okay. Now remember, and when you're making tea sandwiches, even as Americans, we are used to big, thick sandwiches, but tea sandwiches are really very thin. You're doing pretty good.
A little bit more, is that good?
I don't know, is it good?
I guess for a tea sandwich.
All right, fair enough.
It's good.
All right, press the bread on top. Get your edges, or it's your ends.
Damn. Your fingers.
Our stones are looking nice.
Sheila says, looks yummy.
We are rolling in the kitchen today.
Sheesh.
All right. And then up on the plate, you can separate the sandwiches up, Sierra. They don't have to be married to each other. Now you have 2 pieces of bread left. Do you want to make
Cucumber.
cucumber? Do you want to slice up some more cucumber?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my friend, she's getting the hang of it now. Look at this.
I think that's enough.
Woohoo! You just like the cucumber queen. All right, on our cream cheese. Now, with cucumber sandwiches, you can use plain cream cheese, you can use butter. Some recipes ask you to use mayonnaise. You just want something to kind of hold the cucumber and add a little bit to the flavor, but really keep the freshness of the cucumber coming through. Now, if you listen to Stacy, you probably need to stop now. If you're a true American, you'll just pile them on until apparently there's no more left. Yes, and don't be too generous with the cream cheese because I know how much you like it, and you know I feel like later on you'll be scraping it off the bread. Like I don't want to share any of this.
Stacy's coming with the LOL, LOL, LOL. Lol.
Stacy, I know you got a time over there trying to feed that athlete. I can't even imagine how much cooking you're doing. You're doing really good, Sierra. Okay. Edges, ends, whatever you want to call it.
Move your fingers.
Yes, yes.
Jesus.
Ooh, look, little baby.
Little rectangle.
Do what you got to do.
Stacy says these tea sandwiches will not work in my house.
You just need to make a couple dozen of them. You'll be good to go, girl. Fabulous. All right, so the tea sandwiches are up. But in order to have tea sandwiches, you also need to probably have some tea with them. So, I'm going to...
We have a Hope McPherson.
Hey, Hope! Oh, it's been a while. My Carlisle connection. So we're going to have tea in our trusty dusty teapot.
Dusty.
The best way to make a pot of tea is to first start with a warm pot. So you take a little bit of warm water, put it in your pot, swirl it around, just to get that pot warm. To me, it just helps. It doesn't just help the tea keep a consistent temperature. It helps the steeping of the tea. Yes?
Yes.
We now have a Margaret Clanigan.
Hey, Mark! All right, so tell me more about tea. What do you know about tea?
So the tea we're using today,
It's
where is
over
it?
on the table.
Today we're using a tea from Tivana. The name of the
I'm
tea
going to just go ahead over to the table.
is, yes, it's called Beach Bellini, and it's a hibiscus tea. So there are different types of teas. There are white teas, there are green teas, there are oolong teas, there's rooibos tea, there's herbal tea.
So she's in her zone now.
But with this, Beach Bellini is a herbal tea, which means you can steep it for a little bit longer.
Let me
So
get a plate so you
teas
can pour
like
a little out.
We have a Robin Perry Jeffers who's saying a pink and green teapot. I'm just saying.
Look, don't start with your AKA nonsense.
So with the herbal tea, you can really steep for a longer time, whereas like a white tea or a green tea, you really can only steep for about 2 minutes before it gets bitter. So do we have a steeper? Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Sierra, while you're talking about tea, I'm going to...
No, like it won't fit in the top. Like the hole for the.
Oh, well, you know what? Put the tea in, and then we'll pour it through the steeper into the cups. No.
Put it into the big
pour
one.
Pour the tea into there, and then we'll steep into the cup. I was going to say put someone here so people can see what it looks like.
Oh, yes. This is a Beach Bellini. If you haven't gotten it from Tivana, I'm so sorry because they're closed down now, but this is a delicious herbal tea. It's really good hot, and it's really, really good iced in the summertime.
You can get it on Amazon.
You can get it on Amazon. What? Just so people can see it still. Usually you want to put it in a steeper before you put it in the pot, but
we don't have a big enough steeper, so we just...
And then with herbal teas, you can really add as much as you want depending on how strong you want the tea flavor to be. So there's probably 5 tablespoons of tea in there.
Okay. I'm coming with the water. Tell me when you want me to stop pouring. Ooh, smells divine.
You can stop.
Okay. And I think I brought that temperature to 200, Sierra. Was that about accurate?
Yeah, so herbal teas, you can bring it to 200 to steep them in.
while that is steeping, I am grabbing the scones out of the oven. Oh. And this is what.
Sheila will be calling you guys later.
Oh, and they're hot and woo-hoo-hoo. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right.
Isabel Murphy just joined.
Hey, Izzy!
Hello, Izzy.
And so now we are going to sit. Matt, are you joining us?
Yes.
Jay is in the bedroom, so he is not joining us. So we have our
Jay.
we have our tea. We have our tea sandwiches. We have our freshly made
Maple oatmeal scones.
Now you can coat these scones if you want with a little bit of a glaze, but we're going to leave them a little more natural today and just use a little butter on them.
Jessica would like to know, can you drizzle honey on top, or is
You
it better to
can.
leave them alone?
You
Yes.
can. You can drizzle honey on top, or you can slice it kind of like a biscuit and put a little butter and honey in it. But ooh, let's crack open your scones, Sierra. You ready? So this is Sierra's. Ooh, oatmeal. Oh, that smells divine. That smells divine. So I want you to taste it. I know you've been tasting
Slather
a lot.
some butter on it
And
first.
you can never, no. And I gotta tell you,
We have a Linda A. Manning.
oh my
Oh,
gosh, Linda! Victory circle! And we're gonna put a little butter on there and let it just melt up.
Robin says, that looks great.
Oh, sister. There, to me, there's nothing better than carbs. I don't give a damn what people say. And I'm just gonna sit it upright because we can just grab a plate and use one of these plates. And skip all this because we're just keeping it kind of casual. So we have our scones, we have our sandwiches. I will try one of Sierra's chicken salad sandwiches. I will eat said sandwich. Oh, you got some talent. You got some talent. You got some talent.
Thank you.
And so we're gonna go ahead and use our what is the word?
Strainer.
Strainer.
Our strainer to pour the tea in. I do have smaller ones, but this is what we're gonna have to work with right now. So, Sierra, I will hold the cup if you can. Can you pour? And into the cup, and we're good. Let's pour into this one. You all right?
Yeah, we're just burning my fingers.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Don't sweat it. Just stick it anywhere, Matt. I like my tea sweet, and so we're going to use some of this wonderful rock sweetener that Sierra turned me on to when she was
Moonlighting at Tivana.
moonlighting. Oh man, I miss those days. And oh, that's good. That's tender. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Hercules! And so that is our Sunday. Now, in case you're not sure what time it is, it's motherfucking tea time. That's what time it is. All right. And it's always motherfucking tea time over here in the house. Woo! Shall we have a tea toast? I adore you. I love you too. Oh, we are living large. We are living large. And you can live large with us anytime you want. I'm glad we had a chance to chit-chat today. If there are any recipes you want me to give a shot to, or you want me to help Sierra learn, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right? And in the meantime, I hope that you all have some peace in your hearts and your heads this week. And just breathe deep and know that we are all strong and we will get through anything as long as we have each other and hold on to each other. Love you all, and Sierra and I will see you later.